DAGoat. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's the Viking offense. Their way out. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Riley, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Now a handoff looking right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it's going to be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Back to throw. Riley. And the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
New Orleans. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Brandon, my man, just 1 sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. It's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
He's not going to get me.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Mike, 55. Mike, 55. Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. 55, Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
48, Mike. Watch it slant. Watch it slant.
They'll look to throw. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now back to throw.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. They'll run it now out of the gun. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Nice pick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helps the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
They'll stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have herded him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
So here are the Saints to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That is is now 7. 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
To throw on second down. Riley, screenplay, Johnson. 33 yards that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Riley. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Riley. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Second down and inches. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on third and about 14. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps, and oh, he coughed it up, and the Vikings pick up the football. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the fumble recovery, Riley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cannon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And fights through 1 man. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be second and goal. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Riley, this will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. Back to throw. Riley, this will be caught at about the 6. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Looking to throw. Riley. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe you're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the...
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Kamara try the right side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run with their fullback. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage. Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And now a carry here for their fullback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for New Orleans, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.